So I'm going to go on a limb here and say that the best possible training and conditioning sport that you can ever get into is swimming. Um, I know that some of you are going to argue with me, but in my personal experience of all the different sports that I have done, and I've done a lot, I'm fairly active. I never feel as sore and exhausted and worn out as when I swim. And right now, and that's my sport. So I kind of ebb and flow. I don't know if everybody else is like this in their life, but I ebb and flow with sports and things. And I go from running to like working out at the gym, and it just depends on the flavor of the year, basically, like what's going on in my life, and I'm sort of ebbed and flows in different ways. I've always been sort of a fitness fanatic, I guess, since I've been like 13 years old. And now I'm 42, so I've been doing this for a long time, old and crusty. And swimming is hands down always the best sport. I've joined a master's sort of program for swimming. It's the first time I've ever done like professional sort of competitive swimming ever, and I've been doing that for about 6 months now, and I am exhausted all the time because of it. And I've been doing like I swam before when I was in my early teenage years, and then a little bit when I was in university, just to keep like active. But now that I'm doing it 5 days a week, for an hour and 20 minutes a pop. There's nothing hands down that's better especially if somebody. So I have this amazing coach at this moment. Like when I say amazing, she is truly ridiculous. I don't know her last name, but her first name is Taylor, and she's actually she's an African. She's the fastest female in Africa at this moment. She's actually training at the school that I'm at, and she's coaching us. She's like phenomenal South African athlete, and she's just like she's a beast, just really good as an athlete. But also she's a very good coach, and so I've learned so much. I've swam actually a fair bit my whole life. And in the last 3 years, I've been swimming a lot, 3 times a week, or if not more, probably 4 times a week. But now in the last 4 months, I mean, it has been it's been the last 2 months since she's been training me. And it's been ridiculous, in terms of how tired I feel, but also like in a good sense, a good tired. And I've just it's been very good, and that's where I'm saying is, swimming has has it all in terms of training. If I would recommend anybody to train for any particular sport as sort of general conditioning, swimming would be definitely it. But also being pushed in terms of the swimming to know how to do better, and to go into different to go a little harder, because it's got that strength conditioning component, but it's got this amazing endurance, lung capacity component to it that no other sport really has. That it's got this sort of lung capacity element to it where there is a lot of holding your breath and very systematic sort of breathing, controlled breathing makes a world of difference on your lung capacity. And I'm assuming your heart rate and all that kind of stuff as well. Like the benefits of it are amazing. The strength training, but also endurance and weight loss, like all of the components. But as well as it being fairly easy on your joints, it's hard to some degree on your joints for sort of repetitive motions. So it's akin to like running, I guess. But in terms of what I've done and how I feel at the end of it. There's no comparison compared to anything else. I can run for um, if I ran for about 3 hours, I would have the same sort of feeling in terms of being worn out as I do to swim for an hour and a half. Um, it is just so ridiculous that you burn so many more calories and there's so much more working that goes involved in swimming. I just want to say that's my take. I know it's not sort of anything profound or anything like that, but man, it is a damn good sport for um, so many different elements of it. And now, am I going to be able to do it when I'm 65 or 75 or 80 years old? I don't know, because it is so rigorous. However, it is something that I can certainly carry on at a lesser degree as I age, and that's why it's such a really good sport. So, highly recommend it for anybody, especially like your kids. If you've got kids, I've got a couple of kiddos, and that's part of the reason why I do it is because it's kind of a family affair where we all go swimming, except for my wife, but we all jump in the pool and we do the sort of swimming, and it's been wonderful. So I'd recommend for you to do that, but also like the building up that capacity when you're younger. It's a lifelong sport, and there's not very many sports that you could do that, and sort of have that controlled lifestyle with it. Now, the only problem is you need a pool that's close by, but the everything else about it is well worth it um, in terms of fitness. So long-winded story here, but I just wanted to say swimming is just damn awesome, fitness-wise. So that's it. Have a good day. Take care, and we'll see you on the next one. As I turn this off. All right. Take care.